Alright, people. You know what it is. It's the Coop Pod. This is the official first episode. I mean, last week I was transitioning over to the Cook Pod from Telemajo Talks, but I would say this is the official first episode. Now, every week I'm going to be bringing you just the latest in the NBA. So let's get it started. Well, before we get it started, I actually also want to mention I'll be writing articles every week, releasing them on Twitter and Instagram, so you can read as well. It's gonna relate to the same topics as I discuss, but let's get this started off. Now, as most of you know, there was two earthquakes in LA in the last week. Now, the reasoning for that is because Kawhi Leonard is now on the Clippers. Being that Kawhi Leonard is on the Clippers, it has completely and shifted the focus of the NBA. Now, there is going to be lots of things going on. It's going to begin with the Battle of LA, okay? Now, it is going to be between the Clippers and the Lakers. Not only did Kawhi join the Clippers, he also managed to get Paul George to get traded to the Clippers as well, along with they give up 7 draft picks to the Thunder, which is a record, which I agree with because you got to go for it. You know what I'm saying? Now, I personally think this is the greatest move that Kawhi could have done. However, now there can't be any backlash on Kawhi because the Raptors have went on and traded for Kawhi, knowing he was on a 1-year deal, knowing exactly he wanted to be traded to the Lakers originally. He requested a trade to go to the Lakers so he can be back home in LA because he is originally from LA. So what did he do? He went to the Raptors, delivered them a title, then dipped. Now, can't be mad at him for that. Now, I just want to focus on one thing here is who is going to get a championship first? Is it going to be LeBron or is it going to be Kawhi? Now, we are currently experiencing something we never seen before in the NBA. We have 2 championship contenders in LA, which is possibly unheard of. In previous times, the Clippers were always a laughing stock of LA. They were behind college basketball teams, everything. They were just a laughing stock. They never built a name for themselves until Jerry West stepped up in there and made some power moves. Now, the reason why I like the Clippers better, specifically because they are going to have impressive defense. You got Patrick Beverly, you got Paul George, and you have Kawhi. Now, my whole thing about this is that LeBron, I love LeBron, but his defense has been lacking. He's not really as much on the defensive side as he is on the offensive side. His defensive side has been lacking, and I think that video of Kyle Kuzma pushing him to go guard that guy on the three just explains my reasoning for that. Now the Clippers, I believe, will beat the Lakers in their regular season series specifically because of their defense. However, the Lakers have a better bench, I believe, than the Lakers. The Lakers have recently re-signed Rondo, DeMarcus Cousins, JaVale McGee. They have Quinn Cook. They have a couple people. I mean, the Lakers, to me, I don't really see them doing much. They just like they sign all these players. I mean, you got LeBron. I mean, does it really? You got Danny Green. You got you got Kuzma. But like, I don't really see it because like the Clippers were winning 52 games, 40 something, 50 something last year, and they acquired Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. Like, come on, they're gonna be good. Now the current Lakers roster, they signed Quinn Cook, Jared Dudley, Coward Pope as well. Another shooting guard. You got. I don't even think they re-signed Tyson Chandler, but it says it's on the roster. Apparently, Lance Stevenson is there. Rondo, I mentioned him. It's just like I don't really see. I mean, you got Anthony Davis, but like to me, it's like I'm tired of people saying that Anthony Davis is a top 5 player. Like, he's not a top 5 player. Like, people, you need to realize something. I'm gonna name you the top 5 people in the NBA. Kevin Durant when he's healthy. Kawhi Leonard, LeBron, Stephen Curry, James Harden. Top 5 people. Where does Anthony Davis fit in there? He doesn't. Like, stop saying he's a top 5 player. Like, I'm tired of Stephen A. saying he's top 3 of the top 5 or whatever the hell. Like, Anthony Davis isn't that really big of a deal to me. I mean, yeah, he's an offensive. He does a lot of things on the offense, but like, he doesn't really impress me. Like, I just don't understand why. Never understood why. Why he doesn't impress me is like whatever to me. I mean, yeah, he's great, but I really don't see much there. I mean, they can win a championship. I can definitely see that. But my favorites are literally the Clippers, because the Clippers make power moves, bruh. Literally make power moves. Like, you don't understand. Like, the Clippers roster right now it's like not even in comparison to the Lakers roster. Like, you got Lou Williams, you got Patrick Beverly, Wilson Chandler. Like, come on, bruh. Like, you got Kawhi and Paul George to that. Lou Williams coming off the bench. Like, it's not even a debate, bro. The Clippers got this. Like, there's no shot. All you got to do is put Paul George or Kawhi on LeBron, and it's done. It's a done deal. I mean, I really don't. I don't really see like the Lakers being able to beat them. Honestly, I mean, yeah, they have LeBron. Yeah, they have Anthony Davis. But Kawhi Leonard? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Kawhi Leonard, dog. Like, Kawhi Leonard, no, everyone underestimated him. Kawhi Leonard is a damn savage. And to me, that's the team that I got. Another thing that I love about Kawhi is he's a humble guy. He's a humble guy, and the decision that he made has literally balanced the NBA completely. We are back to the super duos, people. We have not seen this in, I would say, what, over a decade? We don't have, the big 3 era is over. It's done. There's no more big 3s. It's literally done. You got super duos. You got Kyrie and KD when KD comes back. You got Anthony Davis and LeBron. You got Kawhi and Paul George. You got Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum, like Stephen Clay. Like, come on, people. It's the dynamic duo era, and it's great. Like, you don't understand. Like, it's literally going to be the best season that we had in a long time. Now, the thing about this is that the Big 3 era is now over, and we are back to a competitive state of basketball. However, the one thing about this is we don't even know who's going to win the championship next year. We really do not, because it can go to anyone. Even the Jazz can take it, honestly. The Utah Jazz have been making power moves. Now they are in the running. You got the 76ers in the running. You got so many teams that are able to take the title because it's the super duo era, and you don't have to worry about a big 3. You don't gotta worry about the Avengers of basketball. You don't, aka the Golden State Warriors when they had Kevin Durant. Now, another thing is the fact that, like, we're back to competitive basketball. Like, there is no more predictions like, oh, the Warriors are going all the way. Listen, bro, whoever says the Lakers are going all the way is wrong. Like, nah, it ain't happening. But I'm interested to see what's gonna happen this season. So, being that Kawhi made this move, I am ready for that. But I want to bring up also the Knicks. I'm going to be covering the Knicks every week because I'm a Knicks fan and I like to bring hope to the Knicks fans out there. Now, I would like to shed some light on the fact that there is still hope for the New York Knicks. However, I believe that the New York Knicks need some time. Now, we didn't get Kyrie or Kevin Durant, which is fine. Now, we signed a whole bunch of role players. We signed Julius Randle. We signed... we signed so many people, I can't even think of them off the top of my head right now. But they are all on 2-year deals. We are focusing on the year 2021, which is fine. Trying to land a free agent then. Now between 2019 to 2021, we can also acquire draft picks as well to get a better player. Now the other thing about this is the fact that the New York Knicks. I mean, it's the Knicks at the end of the day, which is pretty much like I mean, they're the laughing stock of the NBA. Now the thing about this is that the way the New York Knicks need to work this is that they need to keep these players and have them as depth for the year 2021. That way, when free agents do come to New York, they have something to say other than we're the Knicks and this is the Mecca. Like, why wouldn't you want to play at the Mecca? Like, come on, bro, we're the Knicks. Now, Mitchell Robinson needs to step up. Kevin Knox needs to step up. Dennis Smith Jr. needs to step up. And also R.J. Barrett needs to step up. And the only way these players can step up is one particular way only, and that falls on the coaching staff. The coaching staff needs to develop these players into superstars like Mark Jackson did for Clay and Steph. He taught them how to play basketball, and that's why they are so great. Now, Mark Jackson does not get any credit for that, being that he did not win a title. And it's a gray area, I would call it. Now, the whole thing about that is we have four young talents. If they become into a superstar caliber, not superstars, I would say at least all-star caliber, and then you add a superstar to the mix, like, come on, bro, it's like game over. Ain't nobody gonna touch the Knicks. Ain't nobody gonna like mess with the Knicks. Like, it's gonna be crazy. Now, the reason why I want the Knicks to get good is like I want there to be a battle in New York, like there is a battle in LA right now. I want to see who'll be able to take the crown, in New York. Now, the Brooklyn Nets did acquire Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. Now, I also want the Knicks to be on the same level as them, just so we can have some competitive basketball going. It's not just like a constant race for the Nets to win it all. But again, the Knicks are rebuilding. Now, there is hope. We could get two good draft picks next year. I believe in 2021 we also have an extra first round draft pick. So the fact that it's coming out, the fact that we're focusing on rebuilding is great. But like these players that they even added will also teach. I don't see them teaching much, I should say, to our rookies, because at the end of the day, it's like they're not no big names. They're just like role players. So they can teach something, maybe not, but again, that's depth. Now, I also need the Knicks not to win more than, I would say, 30 games next year, because we need the draft picks. Like, the way I view the New York Knicks is simple. It's either you're going to win it all or win nothing. Like, I'd rather them be competing for a championship, like in the Eastern Conference Finals, or let them sit out and we get draft picks. Now, the thing about the New York Knicks is the fact that it's the owner. Like, that's the reason why. Like, we can't land anyone is because James Dolan is like a horrible owner. But the coaching staff is good. I like our coach. He's pretty good. But like, I don't know. Is James Dolan gonna sell the team? I doubt it. The thing about that is like that's really preventing free agents from coming to the New York Knicks. But I think there's still hope for them. I think they're in a good position. They spent the reason why they're in a good position is because they signed everyone to 2-year deals. That is key to winning. Well, not necessarily winning, just opening up to free agency in the year 2021. Now, the problem with the Knicks is they would always sign to 4-year deals. Like, they gave Joakim Noah 4 years and ended up waiving him to give Derrick Rose 4 years. They didn't do anything. Gave Carmelo Anthony a max contract extension, 5 years. They didn't do anything. I don't even... At that point in time when the Knicks re-signed Carmelo Anthony, like, I felt like what was the point? Should have let him leave. Should have let him walk. They got Actually, I think they did get a first round draft pick from the Thunder because they did trade him to the Thunder, and then he didn't do anything at the Thunder. But the Knicks, there is a sliver of hope about this big, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I think the New York Knicks need something. I think they need like God to reach down from the heavens above in order to save this franchise. But I'm so hopeful. I'm so optimistic. Even though I get disappointed every year, it's fine. It's what happens when you're a Knicks fan. It's whatever. But let me move on. I want to bring up the fact that who is going to come out of the East this year? No one knows who's going to come out the East this year. Um, and the reason for that is because Kawhi's gone. Now, Kemba, they'd go to the Celtics, and I don't see him doing. He's not Kyrie at the end of the day, but I do see Kemba doing something there. He could fit better. He could not. I don't know, but you got to worry about the Celtics being a threat, as well. Now the Bucks. I think the Bucks are gonna come out the East because they only lost two of their players so that's not a big deal to me. I think the Bucks are gonna come out the East, but you gotta can't the Nets are gonna make some noise because they got Kyrie. Now, to me, the 76ers, it's either gonna be one of two things are gonna happen. Their lineup right now, they have Jason Richardson, I think that's his name. You got Ben Simmons still lacking a jump shot. You got Tobias Harris. You got Joel Embiid and Al Horford. First of all, Tobias Harris, Joel Embiid, and Al Horford on the floor all at the same time, that's way too much. Like, that's way too big of a front court because, like, today in basketball, like, no one does the front court like that anymore. Like, there's really no way of, because, like, all it is, like, you have a smaller center now because you need to move around to open up the floor to shoot a three. Now, what they're probably going to do is Ben Simmons going to do the pick and roll with Al Horford, and Joel Embiid's going to shoot threes, or vice versa with Joel Embiid. Now, they're definitely lacking three-point shots because they lost J.J. Redick. I'm iffy about the 76ers being that Ben Simmons still does not have a jump shot. I mean, their front court is way too big to me. I see that slowing them down, if anything, than making them better. Now, the only thing about the 76ers is that the front, they'll probably dominate on rebounds as well. So that's going to be interesting. But the Pacers also have been putting in work. The Pacers have they're going to have Victor Oladipo back. They added Brodon, if I'm pronouncing that right, and TJ Warren as well, so that's some more depth. Now, the Pacers have been holding it down even though that Victor Oladipo is coming back from injury. Now, I can see them doing that, making some noise as well. But the Magic could do something this year. I don't know, because it's completely up for grabs. Like, you don't have Kawhi. Like, the Raptors are done. You don't have Kawhi anymore. Now, the Magic might do something. The Pacers might do something. The Hornets have struck out. They lost Kemba. Celtics might do something. I really don't know how Kemba's really going to do on that team. Because, like, I mean, it's Kemba Walker at the end of the day. He's still a savage, but, like, I don't like the Celtics personally because, like, they had way too many assets on their team, and all of the blame went to Kyrie for them striking out at the playoffs. So I don't really blame Kyrie. I mean, I can blame Kyrie, but I don't want to blame Kyrie for that. But, like, to me, it's just like, what the hell? Like, how do you go that? Like, how do you are the most stacked team in every single position last year, and you guys didn't make any noise in the playoffs. Like, you made it to the second round and then lost 4 straight. Like, that's not acceptable to me, especially since you have a superstar like Kyrie Irving. Now, I don't believe Kemba Walker is going to save that team, nor do I think that um, they're going to be completely bad. But the thing about the whole situation is the fact that like they lost Al Horford and Kyrie Irving. Now, I'm not sure who they replaced Al Horford with, but they got Kemba. I don't see him doing much, to be honest, because like it's like Kemba Walker. I mean, he's a savage. Nah, I'm not gonna say he's not gonna do much. He's probably gonna do. He's probably gonna make like bangers, like straight up bangers, like every day, making them shots in. He's probably gonna have a career year in Boston, to be honest. But my whole thing is, I've been saying this, been saying this for a while now, that the whole Boston team really depended on Gordon Hayward. He needed to be put up the numbers that he was putting up in Utah. I just want to pull that up real quick, cause like my whole thing is like, bruh, you got a max contract from the Jazz, because, well, not from the Jazz, from the Celtics, because the numbers that you were putting up. And then, well, he did get injured, which is whatever. I mean, at the end of the day, it was a broken leg. To me, it was no Achilles injury, and he played on the Jazz the year 2016 to 2017. He was averaging 22 points a game. Fast forward to 2018 to 2019, he was averaging 11.5. Not acceptable. And I've been saying this, that the championship run on the Celtics all depends on Gordon Hayward to be able to put up the numbers that he was putting on in the Utah Jazz. Now the injury, I believe, is still affecting him, but he needs to overcome that, because it's unacceptable, and the Celtics need you, bro. Now you also have Terry Rozier. You got Jason Tatum, who was in a complete and utter distracted field as of last year. He just wasn't in the right state of mind, I should say, and the fact they really affected them in the playoffs. But the Bucks are still the same to me. They're gonna come out the East. The Celtics, I don't know what they're gonna do. I mean, they got Kyrie, not Kyrie, Kemba, whatever, good replacement for Kyrie. But the Nets, I don't see them doing much. I mean, I see them being a first round knockout, to be honest with you, because it is the Nets at the end of the day. But my whole thing about it is how much is Kyrie gonna do? Really, like, how much is he going to be able to do on the Brooklyn Nets? Because he has no KD, and it's just him. I mean, you do have other talents as well. You got Dinwiddie on there. He's gonna do good. I mean, I don't really see them doing much without Kevin Durant. So now the whole thing about it is the East is up for grabs, people. The East is up for grabs, and it's no one really sees it in that manner. I mean, let's look at the standings for last year. Eastern Conference standings. Let's see. Last year, the Eastern Conference standings. You had the Bucks coming in first, the Raptors second, and the 76ers third, the Celtics fourth, the Pacers fifth, Nets sixth, the Magic seventh, and the Pistons eighth. The Pistons have done absolutely nothing, so for them to even get a playoff spot is just amazing to me. They didn't bust any moves this offseason. They should have tried to get someone at least to help Blake Griffin, and they didn't do anything. My whole thing is, where the hell is Andre Drummond? Andre Drummond had a breakout year, and now you haven't heard anything from him. Let's check his stats, because it's ridiculous. Like, where the hell, Andre Drummond? Where are you at, bruh? The Pistons need you. Like, come on. All right. 79 games played last year. He was still averaging like 17 points a game, but like, you do literally only hear about Blake Griffin. So Interesting. Now when was his breakout year? I remember it was like 2K. It was like definitely like 2016 because like 2K. Like if you had an Andre Drummond card, like, bro, you were set. Like honestly. Now the Pistons, I don't see them doing much. I mean, they barely made the playoffs as is. Plus, Blake Griffin was injured, playing on injury. The Heat, I don't know what the Heat are going to do, actually. That's a good point. The Miami Heat have acquired Jimmy Butler, but, like, to me, like, I don't really know what they're going to do with Jimmy Butler. Like, who do they even have? Let's check their roster. Because, like Jimmy Butler. Why would you go to the Heat, Jimmy Butler? Like, this doesn't make sense to me. Like, come on, bro. I guess he wanted $140 million, which, if you give me $140 million to live in Miami, like, we best believe I'm in there. They got Dion Waiters, joke, Kelly Olynyk, Udonis Haslem. Yeah, I don't see them doing much, even with Jimmy Butler. Now, the Hawks, I don't know. The Hawks have been putting in moves. I mean, they did win 29 games last year, and Trae Young is a savage. A savage, bruh. Legit a savage. So they could be doing something now. John Wall may come back. Who knows? But what the Wizards will be able to do. John Wall does come back, who knows? Did he get? I think he got like injured twice or something like that. Something along the lines of that. I don't know. I'm not even gonna bring up the Knicks in this conversation. The Bulls, I don't know what. They're probably still gonna suck. But the only two focuses, the Hornets are done. The Heat might be able to bump up into the playoffs, and depending on John Wall coming back, the Wizards might even get into the playoffs. But personally, I think the people that are gonna make the biggest noise are the Bucks. I don't know where the Raptors are gonna land. I really don't. They were second seed, and now they're like, now without Kawhi, like, what are they? Are they a second seed team? Are they not? Who knows? Like, I don't really know. I don't really see. I really don't. I don't. This next year's NBA is completely unpredictable. Like, I can barely make predictions as it is. Like right now, like I can't make any predictions. Now, probably the Bucks first, 76ers second. I would say the Celtics coming in fifth. Pacers are gonna come in third. The Nets are gonna come in fifth. Did I say that already? I don't know. But the Heat are gonna move up to eighth or seventh. So we're going to see that. But it's going to be an interesting season next year as far as the Eastern Conference. So I'll bring up the West next week. But as far as the Eastern Conference goes, like, bruh, it's going to be crazy. I think the Bucks are going to come out the East, though. So we'll see. Again, we're at the most competitive stage of basketball that we have ever seen. Now, the thing about this is I can't wait till the season to start. I really can't. But that's going to be it for this week. Again, follow me, at least, I should say, on Instagram at the Coop Pod. Follow me on Twitter at the Coop Pod. Subscribe to me on YouTube at the Coop Pod. You can also find me on Spotify and Apple Podcasts at the Coop Pod. Now, again, I will be posting an article every week on Twitter and Instagram. If you would like to read it, that would be great. But as far as this week's episode, peace.